of the year 451, and the forces of the crumbling Roman Empire are battling the whirlwind military might of the Huns in a field in France. Tonight, a team of kickboxers...
Don't get hit by the charge. Pull back, Joe. Pull back.
...take on a team of karate experts.
OK. They're flanking you.
Whoa, you smashed into them. The teams will take on each other in one of the greatest historic battles between Rome and Attila.
Let's get the artillery in. Right.
Matt, you've got Romans flanking to the right.
It's a virtual refight of one of the most important battles ever fought in Western Europe. Can the barbarian horde bring the Roman Empire to its knees once and for all? Or will the Roman military machine put an end to their invasion? Find out on Time Commanders. Hello and welcome to Time Commanders, the show where the pages of the past are ripped up and rewritten as we refight the greatest battles of all time. We've brought together a crack team of hands-on experts in ancient weaponry and a military strategist who calls herself the War Doctor. At the heart of it all is the engine that brings our ancient battles to life. Based on rigorous historical research, it's accurate down to the smallest detail. Let's meet our competitors. Tonight, we have a team of kickboxers. Mac, Joe and Chris, are you battle-hardened and ready to fight?
Absolutely.
We are, yeah.
And keeping with the fighting theme, a team of karate veterans. Welcome to Time Commanders, Chris, Alan and Lainey. I love this. Karate experts versus kickboxers?
Yep.
And looking into their eyes, do you see fear?
Oh, they look bitter.
Nervous?
Nah,
No?
ready to go.
All right.
You should be.
Oh, fighting talk from the vets. Tonight, you'll be fighting the Battle of the Catalonian Plains, sometimes known as the Battle of Chalons. You look a little bit blank, actually. You look a little bit blank, but you know?
I have no idea.
You have no idea? No idea?
No.
Rome takes on the Huns in what is widely considered to be the last great battle of the Western Roman Empire. We've tossed a coin to decide which team will take to the field as each of these incredible fighting machines. Team Karate, you will be the army of the Roman Empire, an army that draws soldiers from across half of Europe with a fighting tradition that stretches back centuries. Team Kickboxers, that means you will be the army of the Huns. Their very name struck fear into the hearts of people in the 5th century as city after city fell to their lightning strikes. Romans, that means your general is the man known by some as the last of the Romans, Flavius Aetius. Aetius was master of the Western Roman Empire and effectively ruled as King of Gaul, now modern France. Which of you is up to the task of stopping the Huns? Which of you is going to be our Western Roman general?
That's me.
And you're hoping to keep your rabble in line,
Oh,
right?
I don't know about that. I expect a coup at some point.
Would you?
Yeah, they've all got the fighting spirit in them.
Well, you know them and you know their fighting spirit.
Yes.
If you are going to be Flavius Aetius, and then, of course, you are the captains.
Yep.
Huns, that means one of you will be the man whose name is synonymous with the word barbarian. He was a canny commander and tactician. This, of course, is Attila. Attila was the fearsome leader of the Hun Empire in Central and Eastern Europe, but he now has designs on the West.
That's me.
Are you going to be our Attila?
I'm apparently going to be Attila the Hun.
Forgive me, but you may be the least Attila-looking Attila I've ever seen.
Well, this can be deceiving.
Well, Attila, you are our general, of course, which means that you are Attila's captains, OK? We've met our teams. Now let's meet our two resident experts, Dr. Lynette Nussbacher and Mike Lodes.
Hello, Time Commanders. A little bit of background. So we're in 451. And by this stage, the Roman Empire is split into two autonomous parts. You've got the Western Empire, still controlled from Rome, but you've got the Eastern Empire, controlled from Constantinople, modern-day Istanbul. Now, Attila, up until this point, has concentrated all his efforts on the Eastern Empire. Attila turns his attention to Europe, which is ripe for rich pickings.
Europe, at this point, has become a patchwork quilt of tribes that have migrated from Central Asia into Europe. The Goths and the Gepids and the Alans and the Huns. And both the Romans and the Huns are in the process of building up coalitions of these wandering tribes to do battle against each other.
But there's a little twist to this story because Flavius Aetius, the Roman general, that's you, Karate Chris, Flavius Aetius is a friend of the Huns. He was originally a hostage at the Hunnic court, so he grew up there. He knows their customs, he knows their language, and he knows how they fight. And now Attila, the old ally, has come to face him there.
You got that, guys? Yep. Empire's in two, east-west on Rome, OK? The Huns are on their way. There's an amalgamation of different tribes and Romans, and a battle is about to happen.
Now it's time for the teams to take it in turn to have a practice fight in a skirmish. To ease them into the challenge, they'll start by using just one captain at a time. The outcome of their skirmish won't affect the main battle, but what they learn here will help them hone their military skills.
First, an opportunity to learn more about the soldiers and the weapons that they wielded at the Battle of the Catalonian Plains. Huns, please pay particular attention to this because your skirmish will depend upon it. It's over to our field team with some help from Mike here to introduce you to Attila's most fearsome warriors.
Archers were always important on a battlefield, but imagine if they could shift faster than anybody else and become shock troops. And that is exactly what the Huns did.
Horse archers were highly mobile. They shot from the saddle.
What's the secret?
Well, the first secret is to shoot from the other side of the bow. You were shooting on this side, which is what European archers do, and they shoot with their fingers. Now, the trouble with that is if you're galloping along, this happens, and that's really embarrassing on the battlefield. So, first thing I do is do it on the other side of the bow, and I shoot with my thumb. Now, you see, if I shoot with my thumb and lock it with this index finger, how that is pushing the arrow on the bow. So now when I'm in motion, the arrow is entirely stable. Also, now I'm shooting on that side of the bow. Look how ergonomic it is to bring from the quiver onto the bow, so I can shoot much more quickly. And rate of shooting becomes very important. In fact, another thing you can do with the thumb draw is have 3 arrows in your hand. So now I can get a quick loading technique. You see, I just fold this arrow down, push, pull, it's on the string, and I can draw and shoot, bring the next one down, draw and shoot, because when you're galloping along, arrows per meter is what counts. So all of these techniques help the horse archer get a volume of arrows into the enemy at speed.
So you could deploy them and they could lay down volleys of arrows from that static position, or they could become hit-and-run troops.
Yeah, hit and run was really their strong point. So they would ride up to an enemy and they'd be shooting into his ranks as they went forward. But then, as they got close, they would turn, often luring the cavalry to follow them. They would then turn and shoot over their shoulders. And this is what's known as the Parthian shot.
The Hunnic horse archer is one of history's most iconic and most lethal warriors.
Huns, most of your army are horse archers, so I hope that information really sunk in. And I don't know whether you recognise this Hunnic archer. He was on the horse. He is going to explain what your skirmish is going to be.
So here you are. Here is your Hunnic horse archers. The objective is this town, and it is the objective for these Romans. Can you see there are some units of Romans over there? So you have got to use your speed and mobility to stop those Romans, slaughter those Romans before they can get to the town.
Guys, you understand this? That's the town that the Romans are heading towards. this is you. You have to get there and stop them getting in.
Sounds good.
Simple as that. Time to pick a fight. Let the skirmish begin. Right, get on your horse. The Romans are coming. Take up your positions.
In their skirmish, the Huns must get to the town before the Romans and stop their enemy by any means. First up, as frontline commander, Joe.
What's happening?
Right, let's get these horse archers up and block off the town from the Romans. So get them out there quickly. We need to get over there and block the space between the town and stop the Romans from getting in there.
So at this stage, this is a race. Who's winning the race?
Well, Chris certainly appreciates the nature of the problem. Chris has made it very clear that they've got to start hitting the Romans as soon as possible, and they've got to keep on hitting them with those Hunnish horsebows until the Romans aren't there anymore.
I think we should split into 3 groups. I have one in the middle, then one either side, so big block, and then go around the corner.
Okay, Captain, taking charge. All right.
Take that.
General,
I'll
you
take the
can-
intelligence.
So
Yep,
do,
go for it.
All right.
3 on
Let's
either
do that.
side.
General, you're going to do what the captain tells you?
Yep.
How many units you got there?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
8.
Yeah.
8.
Can we peel off possibly a couple of units to harry the Romans, kind of slow them down?
Yeah.
Great
Send
stuff.
over 2 from the right side to go straight to the Romans and try and distract straight away.
I tell you what, you are moving with some rapidity here, aren't you?
The Huns have speed on their side as they race towards the town from the south, but the Romans coming from the northeast are even closer.
Actually, yeah, can we pop over to the Romans?
Over on the right side, okay.
There they are.
Yeah,
there
so
they are.
just-
Look, dead ahead.
Yeah, get a bit closer to the Romans if you can.
Balance left 5, get in front of the town and take these 3.
So do you have a plan, General?
For this, basically use mobility,
sounds good. Great.
harry the Romans and try and slow them down, and try and not stay still, just because I think the cavalry are better on the move.
Yeah, that's great.
Captain, you look like you've got complete charge of this and don't actually need a general. Is that right?
Oh, it's a micro skirmish. I thought I'd just try and get this one done.
Yep.
Save the town first.
Micro skirmish. All right.
So-
Micro skirmish.
The Huns are making good headway towards the town, but the Roman cavalry have other ideas.
Joe, we've got cavalry coming in to the town fast now.
Yeah.
Are you sure that cavalry's heading for the town?
So the team.
It looks like it's heading to
Cavalry
you.
heading for our 4 cavalry, so send off 1 unit to take care of the cavalry.
What Chris has to do is get his people shooting Romans as soon as possible. Every minute that those Hunnish horse archers are not killing Romans is a minute wasted.
Just keep moving forward.
Okay.
And then the units on the left.
So try and pull that unit
intercept.
away. Yeah, that's good.
Do you think the captain's actually doing what you ask him to do? Or?
I don't know if he is. Joe is the captain doing what I asked him to do.
I'm trying to, but at the same time, I'm trying not to make our people die.
So,
closing on them.
with 4 units, you're trying
And
to stop
then-
the infantry,
Yeah.
and with the rest, you're fighting the Roman cavalry.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the Huns have got a barricade now. They've put their cavalry between the town and the Roman infantry coming.
Now the Roman infantry and the remains of the Roman cavalry are coming straight at them.
Okay.
So
Be careful. Don't get hit by that
I
charge.
cut these back.
Don't get hit by that
Don't
charge.
get hit by the charge. Pull back, Joe. Pull back.
Run.
Don't let him get hit the city.
Get our melee cavalry closer.
Okay.
Is it going to plan? Is there a plan?
There is crush the enemies. That's the plan.
Charge these in today.
Okay.
All right, Captain, swap over.
Next, Captain Mac.
Oh, jeez.
Okay. Close in, Mac.
Close in.
Try and separate out those 2 cavalry at the top and close in with the 4 units of cavalry we've got at the top.
The Hun strategy is to completely surround the Romans, close in on them and break up their units to weaken them.
These guys
Mate,
need to
we've got
move
2
in.
melee horses in the middle not doing anything.
Yeah.
Can we get them charging in?
Yeah, charging towards
Yeah,
those guys.
get them
there.
charging in and get them cutting off. Pull the unit at the
And
top
those
in,
guys
Matt.
get-
You've
let
got a
those guys
unit
at the top
up to the
down.
north, which isn't doing anything.
Yeah, that one attack there.
Get them in and just keep them in pressure. I think. Okay, we need
let's
to bring
get those ones,
everything
the
in.
infantry
We need to
out,
bring
these
everything in and
ones out.
charge, Mac. Everything.
Can
Melee
you
horses at the bottom.
can you hear the instruction from the general?
I can hear them.
Yeah,
Let's
just
get
fine.
everything in,
all those
literally
in.
pull everything in, close in. They're right in the centre of us, and they're cutting that
Yeah,
one unit
get those
apart.
guys in.
The Huns have surrounded their enemy. There's only one thing for it.
Circle of death.
Okay, yeah, circle
Yeah,
of
let's
death.
just circle them in.
Circle
Circle them in. Circle them in.
Circle
Get those
them
in.
harrying with arrows.
Not sure.
Oh, you charging
charge
them?
them,
You
charge
charged
them,
them?
don't charge them.
Oh, whoa.
they're keeping good formation. Roman infantry broken there, look.
Wow.
Look at them scattered and
That's
running.
good shooting from the Huns.
How do you feel about Mac doing a full frontal charge into the...
They're wavering, go for it.
Yeah, do it. The silent break, Mac. Push now the chance.
Tell him what you want. I don't think he knows what you want.
Melee, get in running.
Melee and get in.
Is that the right thing to do? Is that working?
I think we've got the numbers advantage and we'll be fine.
Very done. That's it. There's nothing left.
Have you done it?
That's game over. That's just a taste.
Wow. OK, well done. Well done.
So, victory for the Huns, whose deadly horse archers and infantry crushed the Romans before they got to the town. They will be a force to be reckoned with in the main battle.
You did terrifically.
Dead Romans all over the field. There's nothing better than dead Romans all over the field.
You're so partisan, aren't you?
There is nothing wrong with going out there, standing off, running circles, literally running circles around a Roman operation there. They tried to get where they were going. They had no chance because you just massacred them. You kept your people moving and you kept your people shooting. What was required here was speed and violence, and you gave us both.
I would just put a question mark over the chain of command here and the communication. I think to a certain extent the captains look like they might have been running this on their own.
Micromanaging everything from up here can lead to confusion. He sorts the strategy, we do the tactics.
I think a bit of information from both of you guys back would be good. So what's going on, because I can only see this big view and I can't see what's going on there, how your units are, so... But that's what a skirmish is for.
You did very well. Romans, you've been waiting patiently and hopefully learning a thing or two along the way. Please pay close attention to the field team as they introduce you to a rather deadly piece of Roman artillery.
This is a Chirobalistra, a bolt-shooting machine. Roman state-of-the-art artillery. Chirobalistra actually comes from the Greek, meaning hand shooter. And you can see one man can shoot it on his own. You do look like you're at the gym. It's taking an amount of time, is that? That's because of the gearing?
It is. You have to operate the gearing. You can only go so fast.
With each pull, you're gathering more and more energy. You can feel the string tightening.
Absolutely. And now we for the bolt.
Well, that's fantastic. That's a tremendous amount of power. So where does it come from?
Well, it's best to actually look at this earlier machine to explain how it all works. This is a Xanten machine. It works on the principle of torsion, as you'll see these skeins of rope.
Torsion means twisting. The arms of the machine are pulled back by the string, so tightening the tension of the twisted ropes. More twist, more power.
We pull the trigger.
And not only can it be operated by one man, it can be carried by one man and easily set up.
Well, that's an immense battlefield advantage over its larger predecessors, which were slow to maneuver, and they required a team of men.
With this technology, they could field hundreds and hundreds of bolt shooters, which they did.
The secret to packing a big punch with a smaller machine was improved metal technology.
You can now move these springs further apart, which of course means now when you draw the bowstring back, the arms can be pulled back even further, which gives you increased power.
So as long as you've got a plentiful supply of ammunition, then you've got a very formidable weapon. Chirobalistra gave the Romans a huge advantage. It gave them great hitting power, but it also gave them a weapon that even a raw recruit could use.
Now, of course, we're on the other side of the battlefield, the Roman side. Can you imagine the carnage that those things would cause? Time to see those artillery pieces in action against the Huns. Lynette, could you show us the scenario, please?
You Romans have got a piece of vital terrain to look after. You're on a hill. On that hill, you've got some Roman artillery. You've got some Chirobalistra, and you've got onagers, great big stone-throwing machines. And you've also got a bit of infantry and a bit of cavalry down here alongside the hill. And as you can see, not too far away, we've got some Huns, so you've got to worry about them coming up here and knocking over your ballistas and taking that hill from you. If those Huns get on top of this hill, they'll kill the engineers working those artillery pieces, and you lose.
Look, basically, guys, this is your hill. That's your artillery pieces, all right? Got a bit of cavalry, a bit of infantry. Those are the Huns. Right, time to get a taste of it. To your positions.
Right, can we get the artillery, Elaine, across the ridge of the hill?
General Chris sends Elaine into battle first.
What's your plan? What's your plan?
Well, I want to get the artillery to defend the hill, and then I want the horsemen to go round the back, if possible, of the Hun, because the artillery would be useful against the horses.
Look at this. The Romans, our team, are being very clever. They're bringing their Roman infantry up onto the hill, and it looks like they're going to put them right in front of all of those artillery pieces on the hill.
Chris, have we got any side defences?
Get the horsemen either side.
Either side.
The horsemen round.
Split them in two.
They're not horsemen.
Oh, right. Have we not got horsemen?
You've got one horseman on the right-hand side.
Oh, right.
That's your horseman.
Oh, right.
They're infantry.
Right, OK.
Yeah.
And far as soon...
The Huns are coming!
All right,
OK, so get
right into the horses. But we need to take down as many as possible.
The Roman artillery are starting to shoot at the enemy Huns.
That's all right, your artillery's done brilliantly.
Come them back.
Are you taking orders, or are you doing your own battle plan here?
I'm doing a bit of both,
we're getting
really.
the horses. We're getting the horses.
Are you two
Look,
mates?
the horses.
Are you two mates?
Sisters.
You're sisters?
Yes.
You're sisters? You've got a sister on the ballista. Let's go. Let's go.
Go and get those.
On the right.
And get those stones as well.
The Huns are starting to flank to the left. The Romans need to stop them with their cavalry.
What's happening on the left?
On here, on the left. Bring them over here on the left, round the front if we can.
Don't get our horses in front of the artillery, Elaine. Get the horses around the back.
Whoa, you smashed into them.
The Roman cavalry have hit the Hunnish cavalry that are trying to flank. Now they need to get their infantry on board.
See, the Roman infantry should be preparing for this Hun attack. They're not prepared.
Oh my goodness, that's going to be rough on the Romans.
Make sure the infantry don't get in the way of the artillery.
No, that's it. March them forward.
Take them forward.
They need to hit those Huns. They can't wait for the Huns to come to them.
Come on, infantry, go.
Keep them go. Turn them, if you can turn them towards these guys.
The Roman infantry are now clashing with the Hunnish infantry.
Start attacking these guys here.
Take out as many as we possibly can.
Massive
Now
sword
we get in.
fight going on.
Can we use the ballistas at the top?
Yes, ballistas.
Right, captains, turn around.
And now it's Alan's turn.
Take the horsemen as they're coming up the centre. Take the horsemen from the left. And take out those from the centre.
The Huns are coming up the hill.
And keep shooting. Come on.
What do you want to do?
Let's get those ballistas going.
The Huns are coming up the hill in the
Get
middle.
those stones at them.
Uh-oh.
Properly.
Uh-oh.
Right.
Uh-oh.
Take the army from behind now, Alan. And try and run up behind. Come on.
Hun infantry are now up on the hill.
You can see that the Huns are starting to slaughter the Roman engineers with their artillery pieces, and the Roman cavalry are doing nothing to protect them.
The Huns have got the upper hand. The Roman cavalry need to step up and help their artillerymen, but they're just not getting that order.
Well, we've got some more soldiers over there to the left. Bring them back in behind.
Use this weaponry here at the front.
Look at them standing around.
Nobody knows what to do. So they're standing around, isolated
Roman
pockets.
standing.
Do you think the actions aren't actually happening as fast as you want them to?
No, they're not. We've got to get them. It's pity we're not on horseback. Come on, get them running.
It's such a long way.
I think you're doing it, though.
Finally, the Roman infantry are coming to help.
We've got some horses as well. Bring them over to the right-hand side. Take our horses over to the right-hand side and take out any more Hun So we enclose.
Are you struggling to understand
I'm struggling out, just trying to find my way around it.
She wants you to get the horses. Do you know where your horses are?
Come from behind.
That's them. That's them. He's got them. He's found them for you. They're your horses.
Oh, them lot?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's the Roman cavalry. They're about to make a Hun sandwich.
They just might pull this out of the bag. Hun and a bun.
Now start
Shall we go
moving
charging?
in on the Hun quickly.
Yeah.
That's it.
You've done it. You've done it.
The Romans toughed it out, utilised all their assets and made the terrain work in their favour. It's a great result to take them into the main battle.
Let's pick over what we saw, shall we?
Well, they won, but it was more expensive than it should have been.
Especially because you had cavalry sitting around doing nothing while they came in and killed your people.
Command structures, a lot of chatter going on down here. Was everybody talking and nobody listening?
Well, I actually got lost in there, really. I couldn't see where the horsemen were. And her blasting it away.
And I've got a habit of saying go over there instead of go left.
Yeah.
Or go right.
So communication is going to be really important for you guys to work out, and that's saying meaningful things to each other in all directions.
What I learned was how devastatingly effective your artillery can be, but how vulnerable they are if you leave them undefended.
Yes.
I think you all need to have a very clear idea of what troops you've got and where they are.
Yes.
But I think you did sterling work. I can't see one single Hun. Well done. Teams, you've actually now watched each other in combat. So I'm going to ask both teams, pair of you now, what do you think of your opposition?
I think we got it. I think we'll be okay. I think that I saw one of their units kind of out there not doing really a lot, whereas we had all of our units moving at once. We had everything, charging in and constantly moving and constantly doing something. I don't feel like we had anything wasted, and I feel like that might carry it for us, really, because we've got better control.
All right, and what do you make of them?
I think we're better communicators.
You think?
I think so.
You think your communication was better? Isn't it interesting how you teams perceive the battle? Because I perceived it very differently. You did both win, though. So I think we go into this big battle pretty even. Are you sure, both teams, that you've got the right general?
Chris has got a great overall strategy of the situation. I mean, in this first skirmish, it was a bit difficult to really oversee the big picture because we've had that battle. We've got a little bit of confidence on our side. We've won a battle, and I I should carry through.
A little bird tells me you're actually born in Rome.
Yes, I was. So it's kind of hard fighting Romans and seeing all those dead Romans everywhere. Kind of tricky. Touchy subject. But, yeah.
I just now need to check, do you want to step up and be general?
I think she should she should be the general, and I'll take the front. And she needs to be more direct.
Yes.
Yeah, I do need to.
Not like, go over there with this and that.
Well, if you think there's a communication problem, now's your chance to change it.
No, we'll stick with it.
I'm comfortable with that.
Fair enough, fair enough. So, teams, it's June in the year 451 CE, and Attila has retreated as far as the fields of the Catalonian plain in what has become the Champagne region. The armies are like a who's who of the barbarian tribes of the late Roman Empire. Lynette, can you throw some light on this, please?
We're on a field that's not far from the city that is now called Orléans in France. And the Huns have been besieging that for a while. And they've left that place to come here and fight the Roman army that's come to drive them away from the town. This is a field dominated by one feature, a significant hill. And the army that is able to control that hill is going to be able to control the surrounding low-lying countryside.
It's called the Monger Ridge. The result you want is to annihilate the other army. You've got to drive one or the other of you. You've got to drive the others from the field. The ridge could be useful in that, but it depends what sort of army you have. Now, Aetius, you do have a predominantly infantry army, although a third of your army is cavalry, so you've got a mixed army, but you've got your artillery. That will suit well on a ridge.
So, Romans, look, if you want to know your position, you are roughly here and here, OK? Now, that means Huns, you are about there, roughly, OK? So, Romans, as you can see, you've got the hill to your left. Huns, you've got the hill in front of you. Lots to consider here, I think.
So there's a different distance that you've got to cover. And Romans, you've got artillery. Huns, you've got fast horsepower. So there's a trade-off with those distances. So you really have a number of things to balance. But remember, your ultimate objective is to drive each other from the field or to annihilate each other. You are in contest for who will now rule Europe.
Two very different armies there with very different weapons, which leads us nicely into the last of our field demonstrations.
By the 3rd century, the pilum, the iconic Roman javelin, had disappeared from a legionary's kit and been replaced by this throwing dart, known as a plumbata.
Compared to the more heavily armoured armies at the height of Rome's power, the late Roman army was unrecognisable. Their kit and equipment was lighter, and they had become a more agile and mobile fighting force. Nothing characterised this more than the plumbata. But what was the best way to throw it?
Right, let's see.
Reasonable accuracy.
Yeah, but no range.
This time as a stick grenade.
Righty-ho.
It's probably a bit like axe throwing. At this sort of range, you need to know how many turns it would need to execute before it hits.
Giving the plumbata enough height allows the lead to do its work and the head to strike home.
It hangs for a moment and then it rights itself and comes down point first.
And it's out of vision as well. You're thundering forward. You don't expect it to rain from the sky.
Absolutely.
No,
You're in trouble.
Very effective. Like it a lot.
The plumbata was an ingenious weapon which gave Roman infantry useful options for fighting at range, both in defence and attack.
So the Romans have sophisticated weapons and the Huns have expert horse archers. Both are deadly. Before battle commences, the teams have the chance to do some vital reconnaissance.
Right, guys, now learn about your troops now. Get a good view of what it is you're controlling.
The Romans' key strength is their artillery, but they also have infantry and heavy cavalry. And they're not all Roman.
The Romans go into this fight with a lot of barbarian tribes. What is a barbarian? Someone who doesn't speak Latin or Greek. And these tribes are excellent fighters, and they're fighting in return for land for their wandering people.
You have got the Visigoths under King Theodoric and his son Thorismund. All these wonderful... For Aetius, the Visigothic cavalry are the best units he has to take on the Hunnic horse archers.
So horses means they're cavalry. Yep. All right, axes means they're men standing there with axes, and the bow and arrow means they're archers.
Here's the plumbata troops. So they're potentially going to be key. Those plumbata against cavalry thrown up in the air. I mean, it's just a rainstorm of barbed shafts.
You can see their horses.
The horses, yeah. Cavalry.
Yeah.
So we want to keep some in reserve and some going, but...
Fine. And can I ask you what these are here?
Artillery, and then these are the slingshots.
General,
yes.
I think you may have it.
Are you comfortable about communication?
It's hard to say, really. It's just, I mean, obviously the general's going to be controlling the communication, and I'll just have to take what she gives me.
You got Romans, you got Visigoths.
The Romans at least know what troops they've got this time. But what about their enemies? The Huns have their swift, highly skilled horse archers. They also have infantry and some sword-wielding cavalry.
And the lines of communication, you've got some ideas about that, have you?
I think we're good on that. I think also the other thing is as well, I mean, inevitably there's probably going to be some degree of autonomy once you get going.
Sure.
But at the same time too, that's not such a bad thing with a mobile force because it means that you can keep it moving and keep the initiative going.
I think the other thing as well is, as we are doing our thing down there, it's good to report back. We'll actually say what we're doing, just so he's got an idea of what we're doing, rather than us doing what we think is right and what we think we've heard, but not actually communicating back that orders have been received and actually actioned.
They really have to understand the land they're going to be crossing. They've got to understand the ground, and they've got to understand who's going to try to stop them.
Teams, now you get a chance to recce your enemy's position, all right? Send some scouts out there, have a look, see what you can find out. Obviously, if you get close, you may well get shot at. Go and have a look, see what you can find out.
Right, Elaine, can you take some cavalry?
Chris, I'm going to move our scouts up to the
small group of cavalry.
Over. All right, okay.
Okay, Mac, what are you...
Yeah, just
I'm not scouting. I'm going to keep my...
You hold there, okay, cool. Right, we'll get Joe to scout out then.
I'm moving my scouts into the left side of the tree line.
Yep.
Actually,
just get a view on them now. It looks like the enemy scouts are trying to come in and possibly
Are the
intercept
Hunnic
you.
scouts looking for squirrels? There must be a reason you're in those trees, right?
The Hunnish cavalry now have an appreciation of where that high ground is, where the ridge is that they're going to have to fight for.
The Huns don't hide. Huns are big and tough.
They're small and tough.
Small and tough.
Small and tough.
Like our mate here.
Yeah.
Now, behind that clump of trees is some Huns.
Right, OK, we've got Roman scouts and Hun scouts hiding in the trees.
Go a bit further and take them on.
Really?
Skirmish, yes.
Whoa!
Let's have a skirmish. Send a message to their general. Don't mess with the Romans.
She's completely obsessed with one little scouting party. She's not looking at the big picture.
20 seconds more of observing.
Going now.
To the right. No,
Follow.
to the right. I want to get them out of the
All
way.
right, to the right, please. Yeah.
Right.
To the right.
We can see where they...
Keep going straight down.
I've got
Right, that's it. That's it. That's the end of the scouting. That's it.
I think both time commanders wasted that scouting time. I would love to have asked them, what 3 troop types and positions did you find? And I don't think either of them could have got more than 1 or 2 that they identified.
Things are going to get harder now for both you generals because you have to control both of your captains, OK? But if you need it, you can call for a timeout whenever you want, and that's a chance to get your captains together and get the advice of the experts. But you can only do this once during the battle, all right? So make sure you call your timeout wisely. The kickboxers and karate vets both claimed victory in their skirmishes. Now the enemies will face each other in battle. With important territory to gain, as Huns and Romans, they've got everything to play for. Can Aetius and his coalition Roman army stop the tide of Attila? Or will the Huns completely overrun the whole Roman Empire? It's June, 451 CE all over again. Time to refight the Battle of the Catalaunian Plains. Oh, yes.
There's woods on the left. We might be able to move our infantry into the left so they don't get shot at.
Right, okay.
And then we can move the horses around as we want, maybe.
Right, okay. Just to keep everything moving back, keep it the plan and go for the hill.
Yeah, tell me your overall strategy, please, Attila.
We're basically looking at moving the foot-mounted units onto the hill to take the hill.
Foot-mounted units?
Sorry, the foot-mounted units. the foot units onto the hill to take the hill, because we feel like the spear troops and the archers will be able to put a good base down, basically, to stop the enemy from taking that.
And the cavalry are screening them at the moment.
The cavalry are screening at the moment, so they're going to be essentially the mobile archers are going to be doing slashing attacks and harassing them, and we're going to get the other cavalry in to deal with the artillery because I think they're going to steamroll them, to be honest.
Are you? Hun General Chris is Attila, and he's got infantry captain Mac sending his forces straight for the hill in front of them. He's also splitting his cavalry, controlled by Joe, into 2 flanks, each a mix of horse archers and swordsmen. They'll protect his infantry from both sides. Those Hun horsemen are going quite slowly because they're protecting your foot troops, is that right?
Okay,
Is that right?
They shouldn't be. They should be going flat out in there.
Our Hunnish commanders are being so slow. Don't they know it's a race?
All right. Okay. Well, why don't you move them up?
Joe, can we get the cavalry going a bit more flat out?
The Huns are giving the Romans the chance to steal a march, but are they taking it?
Aetius?
We'll keep the 3 back units of cavalry back
right.
and
Can
take
you
2
bring the
forward
general
to engage, to slow them down so that we get towards the hill.
What are your overall plans,
The
General?
overall plans is to guard that hill, is to protect that hill. So I want the whole army to move towards the hill and then spread out to protect the hill.
So you've got the army at the moment moving up to the hill.
Yes, moving up to the hill.
What are these cavalry over here doing?
I want them to go forward and engage.
So Roman General Chris is Aetius, moving her infantry and artillery controlled by Lainey towards the hill, ahead to their left. But it leaves them unsupported. Because she wants her allies, the Visigothic cavalry, led by King Theodoric and his son Thorismund, to fight the Huns who are coming in from their right. Alan is in charge of these forces.
Clearly, Visigothic cavalry are not going to be great on the hill, but they are going to be great if they can entice the Huns to try and take that hill, sweep round and smack them in the flanks. Let's see what happens.
There's a group there, and I want you to engage them because they're going for the hill.
Yeah.
They're going towards the hill, so I want the cavalry engaging there. Alan, I want yours to go in and
Alan,
engage.
Alan, listen.
Yeah, Alan, I want yours to go forward and engage the group that's on the right-hand side.
This right-hand side you're talking about? Or is it them lot? OK, stop, turn them round.
The Roman infantry and artillery are still advancing slowly upwards towards the hill. But their Visigothic cavalry are about to clash with the Huns in the woods to their right.
Because they are going up against these excellent, fast horse archers, they've got to make sure that they hit them with something that's really going to give them a whack.
Oh, yeah. The Huns don't respond well to tickling. You've got to really get in there and thump them.
Absolutely right.
The fight has begun.
You've got a battle going on in those woods, Alan.
Yeah. Just
You've got a battle going on in those woods.
The Romans are seeing what their Visigothic allies are made of, but they still don't have any artillery on the hill. And the Huns are determined to win the woodland cavalry battle on their left wing.
Joe, how are your cavalry units looking on the left?
We've got them pinned on either side, and I'm moving the horse archers around to shoot them in the back.
Yep, that's good.
So I'm moving my spearmen to come join you there.
Good stuff.
Huge cavalry battle in the woods on the left flank.
While the battle continues in the woods, another massive fight has started beneath the hill. The right flank of the Hunnish cavalry are now closing in on the Roman artillery. And the Romans have had to send more cavalry to defend their siege equipment.
OK, the cavalry battle on the right-hand side's not going too badly at all, it seems. Joe, there's an enemy cavalry unit sitting in the middle, and it looks like your cavalry on the right are moving away from them.
Yeah,
Can you get them back in?
Yeah, they're on fire at will.
OK, great stuff.
So you've got 2 cavalry battles going on different sides of the battlefield, right?
Yeah. It's all very, very confusing.
It is, isn't it?
Charge these around the back into these.
Finally, the Hunnish cavalry are starting to use their mobility as an advantage.
So while Captain Joe directs both cavalry battles, Infantry Captain Mac is sending 2 of his units, armed with spears, straight for the woods, where the cavalry battle against the Visigoths is in full swing.
OK, Mac, you got the spearmen going towards the cavalry.
Yes.
That's cool. And keep the foot units moving up to the right like that.
Yeah.
Joe, you've got 3 cavalry units on the left doing nothing, sitting in the woods. We need to get them into that main battle.
They're all shooting at them.
OK, cool.
The Huns are annihilating their enemy on the edge of the woods, and then deal the Romans and their allies a crushing blow, killing horse commander Thorismund. The prince of the Visigoths is dead.
Romans, you want a time out?
Yes, time out.
Time out! Time out here on the Romans.
With one of their commanders dead on the field, their cavalry under attack, and their artillery in danger of being wiped out before it's even fired a shot, I think Chris and her Romans need some expert help.
Right, what do you want to find out? What do you want to know?
Well, we're a little bit spread out at the moment, so we're pretty well scattered. But what I want to try and do is try and bring the army forward, because the artillery, they're moving too slowly into it, and the horsemen, of course, are a lot faster.
Who's in charge of your horsemen?
Well, we've got a split. Yes.
Horsemen. I knew where I was.
You've lost your commander.
Yeah.
The Visigothic horse commander is dead, so that's not good. That's why.
Yes.
So far, you're getting obsessed about your artillery. So far, you're fighting just a cavalry battle, and the cavalry battle's going wrong. What are you going to do with the rest of your troops?
Torismond, who is commanding all of your Gothic cavalry, is being borne off the field by his family members who are singing a sad song. You need to get everything on this field mutually supporting rather than standing around doing nothing, which is what they're doing now.
So basically, given your expert advice, what is it you want them to do?
I think you lose this obsession of getting your artillery on the hill. You should have had it there by now.
Yes.
But you haven't got it there by now. You've got a battle to fight, and you've got to get your troops together to fight them.
Right, I think the basic advice there is don't worry about the hill, get everybody together. Let's get it back in play.
Aetius and the Romans are in trouble, but they could still emerge victorious. Their main challenge is getting their units into any sort of order, and the Huns are still on the move.
Alan, all the rest of your troops, I want all this lot to engage, to go forward towards the Hun on your right-hand side. See the Hun in the centre and towards the right.
Okay, right.
I want you to take your army towards them.
Can you all move towards it there? That's it.
Okay. Can you see the cavalry? They're coming. They're flanking you.
The Huns are creeping around behind the Romans. They're creeping around behind the hill, and it's entirely possible that they will be able to encircle and destroy the Roman force.
They're flanking you, so I want you to go over.
Okay.
What about using your artillery?
Let's get the artillery in.
Right, let's get the artillery in.
And let's start using the artillery.
So let's all firing.
The slow-moving Roman artillery has made it as far as the foot of the hill and is starting to fire. It's not the best vantage point to deploy their weapons, but they have little choice.
Right, we'll get the other melee units up from behind them. There's another melee unit just sitting there doing nothing to the right. Can you get them up supporting them?
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't want to get separated out too much. We're taking a risk.
This is going to be really timing sensitive. The Huns have got to put their attack in and then get out of the way before they can be smashed to bits.
What are they doing?
That's
Those
what I'm trying to
three
tell.
units of horse
Joe,
doing nothing.
there's 3 units of horsemen doing nothing that could be supporting over on the right-hand side.
You're being pushed back on the right-hand side here now.
Time out.
Time out here, time out.
Now it's Chris and the Huns who need some thinking time. Their right flank is being pushed out and away by the Roman cavalry. They're being threatened by the Roman artillery, and the Visigoths in the woods are still putting up a fight.
What's bothering you? What can you see? What do you need?
Right, so we had an initial plan to try and get in there. Everything's changed now, so I want to secure this flank, basically, because I feel like we're going to get separated here and we're going to get destroyed.
What does
piecemeal.
secure the flank mean?
Essentially make it so I feel like our biggest threat to our cavalry is going to be their mounted cavalry as well, and we can't mount a good defence against their artillery without a decent cavalry charge, so we need to secure that so we can charge them from the side.
These artillery pieces here are now undefended, so we can bring these through.
Right.
And then for here, I can still slow them down with the horse archers, maybe bring them back together, because we are a bit isolated, and once we get stuck into the fight, they're probably going to win because they've got more infantry.
Do you want some help, or do you sound like you've got a plan?
I'm just voicing ideas. This is.
They just wanted time out to chat. They just wanted to pause the game, didn't they?
Nothing wrong with that.
No, there's nothing wrong with that at all.
Where's your infantry?
The infantry's just here.
I think we're waiting for the horses to come and attack that, so then we can really push the infantry.
Okay, we're going to get a little bit of time. So
Right, fine. You've got 30 seconds. You haven't used your experts. That's your call. You seem to know what you're doing. Have you now got a plan?
I think so.
Could you quickly tell each other? General, tell them what the plan is, so that we know.
Right then, guys. So this horse unit in here over into the artillery,
Sure.
up the artillery. That will give these guys the opening to move in and start attacking this side of the force over here.
Fine.
And then I want this side basically flanking and harassing over here.
If we engage with the infantry, they're going to die, so we either bring them back, I can bring the horse archers forward to slow them down.
Yep,
and then I'll try and sort this out.
Right, okay. Experts, brilliant input. Brilliant input. Fantastic. You use the experts as a windbreak. Fantastic. Brilliant. Let's go.
Attila and his captains plan to bring their forces together and take out Aetius's artillery before it can make a real impact on them. Can they press home their advantage?
Why are you so concerned about that artillery?
Because I feel like it's going to absolutely annihilate our infantry if it gets them stuck there. And at the moment, our infantry's doing absolutely nothing over here, whereas they could be going through and wrecking this entire battle. Joe, we've got an engagement going on the right between your cavalry guys. Get the other 2 cavalry units in that are doing nothing and support them.
They're shooting, Chris. They're doing it. It's fine.
They're obsessed with just using horse archers. They're versatile, they're terrific, but the infantry are the ones who will actually hammer it home.
But they called a time-out and didn't ask you a single thing.
Well, that's all right. Listen, they're going on their own steam. I think that's great. And I think it's really important to note that what they're planning to do is start to move their combat power together, which is going to make it more mutually supporting, which is going to help them hold that ground if they can get it.
You heard their plan.
Do
you like their plan?
I do. I think they're on the right track.
The Huns' right flank is charging towards the Roman artillery, including the Chiroballistras, which have barely fired a shot.
Yeah. Can we get a cavalry charge on the left-hand side, because you've got these axe guys and sword guys coming down?
Okay. I don't have any heavy horse, though. I'll go around the side.
Yeah. You need to do it, because otherwise we're wasting time discussing it.
Okay.
The Roman artillery is being systematically destroyed before it even got properly up and running.
Your artillery is gone. The Huns are all over it.
The Roman artillery is being taken out by that well-handled Hunnish cavalry.
They should have got that artillery up there in the first few minutes.
You've got loads of units here not doing a thing.
Yeah, let's get them moving. Elaine, these are your soldiers here. Get them in.
Can we get them in?
Wow, you've got Huns charging all over the place.
Right, Elaine, this one here.
Whoa!
Elaine, keep an eye on your swordsmen. The swordsmen are about to be swamped.
Can we get the swordsmen in?
Take the swordsmen.
Move them.
We have got Huns on the rampage.
This is all-out war. The Roman artillery has been picked off by the Huns, their cavalry is being destroyed in the woods, and now Roman General Aetius isn't just fighting for territory, he's fighting for his life, protected only by his infantry, armed with plumbata and swords.
Elaine, take the swordsmen in now to the battle.
Look at this!
Into the battle.
Engage quickly.
Look at that.
Into the battle.
I'll tell you what, it was supposed to be like a cavalry battle. Now, nearly every bit of enemy foot soldiers are engaged, aren't they?
Yes, yeah, let's get them. Let's keep them going.
You so want this hill. You're still fighting for this hill.
We're going to get it. We're going to get the hill.
Finally, the infantry are on the hill. The Romans are trying to fight uphill because the Huns took that piece of ground first.
Joe, what's going on your side?
We're trying to kill the general, and then we're going to charge the infantry in the back.
Good stuff.
Kill him.
Attila's Huns have found Roman General Aetius. It's checkmate.
A Roman general has died.
They called Aetius the last of the Romans because he was the last great Roman field commander. It's very sad for the Romans. Of course, it's great for everyone else.
With General Flavius Aetius and horse commander Thorismund both slain, the remaining Romans and Visigoths are in crisis.
Has Alan got any troops left?
He hasn't got many. He's got Alan. You've got one lot of cavalry. I need that in. I need that engaged.
Bringing them up where, Alan?
Up to there and that one up. Where are they?
All right. There's more Huns tearing in. There's more Huns tearing in.
The Huns are giving them a thrashing, but the dogged Romans are refusing to give up.
We've got cavalry everywhere.
Sandwich.
these two, shoot them into the back of there.
We want a Roman sandwich on Hun bread.
No. The Romans. What's this? Is this Romans coming back down?
This is Romans coming. Matt, you've got Romans flanking to the right.
To the right. Coming down. Go attack those ones.
Can you see this Roman cavalry bearing down on you?
Yes,
Mac?
I can.
Okay.
Can you?
Yeah. Can we get those archers?
Chase that unit off, come back in and deal with what's going on that hill.
The Huns are just taking the Romans to pieces. Who's this coming up the hill now?
It's more Huns.
Is that more Huns? Oh my goodness.
Back in.
Whoa!
Are they still engaging there?
That's good, good pressure.
Are you shooting arrows or are you engaging with them with knives and clubs?
I'm doing both. I'm doing both at the same time.
The Huns are fighters. They just happen to also be horse archers, but they can get into this close combat, melee, finishing it off situation and really mix it up with those few Visigoths that are left.
There's only a few units left. Straighten these out,
We just
shoot
need
these
to time
bad
up
boys.
and then we can get the rest of the force around and crush them.
Keep moving those archers.
Yeah.
There's very little Romans left.
Okay,
soldiers,
Joe, move everything else you've got and just crush
There's
that one.
very little Roman resistance left.
Yeah.
Time's running out for the Romans and their remaining Visigoth allies. The Huns are determined to finish them off.
Circle and squash.
Ungroup and go.
All right, we're finished.
Done. Thank you.
It's game over for the valiant Romans, but victory for the heroic Huns, who saw off their enemy in a blistering and coordinated attack.
Wow. What can we say? Well done, kickboxers and Huns, commiserations, karate experts and Romans. What went wrong?
I think we didn't really use the artillery.
No,
did
we didn't use the artillery.
we
should have started using the artillery. The artillery is the only thing we've got a really strong weapon against the horses, and we didn't
We
do
did
that.
move the artillery, but kind of forgot about them when we started engaging in the battle.
Because you had a race to win.
Yes,
You had a race to get that
that was it,
artillery on the hill, and if you didn't get it on the hill in time,
Yes,
you'd lost that race,
yes,
and
that's
you were on the back foot all after that.
Yeah.
Do you know who actually historically won that battle?
I think the Romans did.
The Romans did.
Oh, did they?
I'm only guessing. I'm only guessing.
The Romans did.
Right.
So you actually rewrote history, Huns. Wow. What do you think you did? What was it that clinched it?
I mean, I noticed at the start that a couple of the units were coming in to charge us and most of our entire force was coming forward. And then I suppose once we took out the artillery, it was all just a bit of a nightmare on that hill. Became a bit of a mess and we just sandwiched them and it just went well from there. Killing the commander was pretty good as well.
Captains, what was it like on the ground?
I knew having the infantry would have to be a game of patience. So as soon as I saw the horsemen engage the artillery, we basically marched full steam ahead and just went in and tried to take out as many units as we could.
These commanders had a means of command and control that worked really well. We had a general who was willing to let his subordinates get on with their jobs. He kept his eye on the big picture. He didn't lose track of what his people were doing. And as a result, they rode roughshod over their enemy.
Well, that was our time commanders battle, but historically, what actually happened?
Well, the Romans did manage to get the ridge. So they did get their artillery up there.
The Huns smashed their way into the middle of the Romans and their allies. And once they did, they discovered that they were surrounded by the Romans and their allies. And as a result, the Huns got absolutely mullered. They gave up their advantage of mobility, and as a result, they were trapped, and the Romans kicked them up and down the field, gave them a serious shoeing. And at the end of the day, Attila the Hun got a big hump on, went back to his camp, built a big fire, and said he was going to throw himself on it because he was so embarrassed at losing to the Romans.
Well, there you have it, folks. The last great battle of the Western Roman Empire and the day that Attila the Hun got his comeuppance, but not in our battle. Thanks to both of our teams. Thanks for playing Time Commanders.
On Unlocking secrets of the past next. Alice Roberts on a 3,000-year-old village lost in time and so significant it's known as Britain's Pompeii.